Leo, what if your greatest victory is closer than you think? What if every obstacle you faced was preparing you for a comeback nobody saw coming? And what if the people who doubted you are about to witness a version of you they never expected to see? Because Leo, today's message carries powerful energy. Energy of resilience. Energy of transformation. Energy of success after struggle. And most importantly, energy of a comeback. The universe is showing that you are entering a new cycle. A cycle where the lessons of the past begin turning into the rewards of the future. A cycle where challenges become strength, where setbacks become wisdom, and where disappointments become fuel for growth. Before we go deeper into today's reading, if you're ready to step into your next chapter of success, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Zodiac Whisper, and comment below. My comeback has begun. Because Leo, the energy surrounding your sign is shifting in a powerful way. Many of you have been through experiences that tested you. Experiences that challenged your confidence. Experiences that forced you to question your path. At times it may have felt as though life was asking too much from you. At times it may have felt as though progress was taking longer than it should. And at times you may have wondered if all your effort would ever truly pay off. But the universe wants you to hear something clearly today. You did not come this far to stop now. Everything you've endured has been building something inside you. Strength, wisdom, patience, determination, qualities that cannot be purchased, qualities that cannot be borrowed, qualities that can only be earned through experience. And Leo, you have earned them. One of the strongest messages appearing today is that a major turnaround is approaching. Now, a turnaround doesn't necessarily happen overnight. It doesn't always arrive with dramatic announcements. Often it begins quietly. A new opportunity, a new perspective, a new connection, a new piece of information, something small that eventually creates significant change. The universe is showing movement, forward movement, positive movement, the kind of movement that reminds you why you never gave up. Because the truth is, your story was never meant to end in struggle. The struggle was part of the story, not the conclusion. And now a new chapter is beginning. Leo, there is someone who regrets underestimating you. This energy appears very strongly. Now, this person may never openly admit it. Some people find it difficult to acknowledge when they were wrong. Some people struggle to admit they misjudged someone. But regardless of whether they say it aloud, the realization is happening. They are seeing your growth. They are seeing your determination. They are seeing the progress you've made. And they are beginning to understand something they failed to see before. Your potential. Many people judge others based on where they are today. Very few people recognize who someone is becoming. And that was their mistake. They looked at your challenges. They looked at your setbacks. They looked at temporary circumstances. And they assumed those circumstances defined you. But Leo, temporary circumstances never define permanent potential. You were always capable of more. You were always destined for growth. And now that growth is becoming visible. The universe keeps showing that people are beginning to notice. Not because you're demanding attention. Not because you're trying to prove anyone wrong. But because success eventually speaks for itself. Growth eventually becomes impossible to hide. And confidence eventually becomes impossible to ignore. Leo, your confidence is becoming one of your greatest assets. The confidence developing within you now is different from the confidence you had in the past. This confidence is not based on expectations. It is not based on outside validation. It is based on experience. You know what you've survived. You know what you've overcome. You know how hard you've worked. And that knowledge creates a deeper form of confidence. A confidence that feels authentic. A confidence that feels earned. A confidence that attracts opportunities. The universe is showing that your energy is becoming magnetic. People are responding differently to you. Opportunities are responding differently to you. Life is responding differently to you. Because confidence changes everything. When you believe in yourself, you make different decisions. You take different actions. You pursue different possibilities. And those choices create different outcomes. Leo, There is also strong energy connected to career and finances. Many of you have been waiting for movement in these areas, waiting for signs of progress, waiting for opportunities, waiting for confirmation that your efforts were producing results. The universe is showing improvement, not necessarily instant transformation, but momentum, momentum that creates growth, momentum that creates possibilities, momentum that creates opportunities. This is important because momentum often comes before major breakthroughs. The first sign that something is changing is movement. And movement is exactly what the universe is highlighting today. A project may begin advancing. A conversation may create possibilities. An opportunity may appear unexpectedly. Or a situation that felt delayed may finally begin moving forward. The message remains the same. Progress. Meaningful progress. Leo. There is another interesting energy appearing around you. A hidden supporter. Someone who believes in you more than you realize. Someone who appreciates your efforts. Someone who sees your value. This person may not always express their support openly, but their influence could become important. Sometimes help arrives from unexpected places. Sometimes support comes from people we least expect. And sometimes a single person can open a door that changes everything. The universe is encouraging you to remain open to assistance. Remain open to collaboration. Remain open to support. Because not every blessing arrives through hard work alone. Some blessings arrive through connection, through kindness, through timing, and through people who genuinely want to see you succeed. Leo. Recognition is another major theme surrounding your sign today. For a long time, some of you have felt unseen, not completely invisible, but underappreciated. You knew how much effort you were investing. You knew how much energy you were giving. You knew how much you were sacrificing. Yet the recognition you hoped for seemed delayed. The universe is showing that this silence is ending. Recognition is approaching, not because you're demanding it, but because your efforts are becoming impossible to ignore. As we approach the end of part 1, there is one message the universe keeps repeating. Do not let past setbacks convince you that your future will look the same. Do not let temporary disappointments define permanent possibilities. And do not underestimate the power of persistence. Because persistence is exactly what brought you here. If this message resonates with you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Zodiac Whisper, and comment below. I never gave up. Because Leo, the people who thought you would quit are about to discover something important. They were wrong. Leo, if you're still here, then chances are this message is speaking directly to something you've been feeling for a long time. Because deep down, you know your story isn't finished. You know there is more waiting for you. You know the setbacks you've faced cannot possibly be the final chapter. And the universe agrees. Today's energy continues to highlight one powerful truth. Your comeback is real. Not imaginary. Not wishful thinking. Not something far away in the future. A real shift is happening. And it is happening because of who you have become. But now we need to go deeper. Because this comeback is not only about success. It is about transformation. And transformation changes everything. Leo, many people think success changes a person. But the truth is often the opposite. The person changes first. Then success follows. Think about everything you've experienced. The disappointments, the delays, the obstacles, the moments when things didn't go according to plan. Those experiences forced you to evolve. They forced you to become stronger, wiser, more patient, more determined. And while those lessons may have felt unfair at times, they created a version of you that is far more powerful than before. The universe wants you to understand something important. The person you are today is capable of things the old version of you wasn't ready for. And that is exactly why opportunities are beginning to appear now. Not because you suddenly became lucky, not because life suddenly became easier, but because you have become ready. Ready for greater responsibility. Ready for greater success. Ready for greater visibility. And Leo, readiness attracts opportunity. One of the strongest energies appearing now is the collapse of doubt. Not other people's doubt. Your own. For a long time, even when you kept moving forward, There were moments when you questioned yourself. Moments when you wondered if your efforts mattered. Moments when you wondered if success would ever arrive. Moments when you wondered if you were on the right path. That is normal. Every strong person experiences those moments. But the difference is that you continued moving forward anyway. You didn't let doubt stop you. You didn't let uncertainty control you. You kept going. And now the universe is showing evidence that your persistence is beginning to pay off. Leo, let's talk about recognition. Because recognition is becoming a major theme in your life. Many people believe recognition arrives suddenly. But often it builds quietly. People observe. People notice. People pay attention. And eventually they can no longer ignore what they've been seeing. This is exactly what the universe is showing. Your growth has become visible. Your effort has become visible. Your confidence has become visible. And visibility creates recognition. You may soon discover that people have been paying more attention than you realized. A supervisor, a colleague, client, a friend, a family member, someone who noticed your dedication, someone who noticed your progress, someone who noticed your resilience. The universe keeps emphasizing that appreciation is growing around you. And appreciation often creates opportunity. Leo, there is another powerful message about your hidden supporter. This energy continues to appear strongly. Someone genuinely wants to see you succeed. Someone respects your determination. Someone admires your ability to keep going despite challenges. This person may not be loud. They may not constantly praise you, but their support is real. And their influence could become important in the near future. The universe works through people. Many blessings arrive through human connection. A recommendation, an introduction, conversation, an opportunity, a door opening at exactly the right time. Do not underestimate the people who quietly believe in you. Sometimes the quietest supporters become the most important ones. Leo, the universe is also highlighting a breakthrough connected to confidence. This is significant because confidence affects every area of life. Confidence influences relationships. Confidence influences career choices. Confidence influences opportunities. Confidence influences the way people respond to you. And your confidence is growing. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've learned that perfection isn't necessary. You have learned that progress matters more. Growth matters more. Consistency matters more. And those lessons are creating a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. The more you trust yourself, the more powerful your energy becomes. And the more powerful your energy becomes, the more opportunities naturally align with you. Leo, career and financial momentum continue appearing strongly. The universe is showing movement, positive movement, steady movement. Many of you have spent months planting seeds, working, learning, improving, preparing, and now some of those seeds are beginning to grow. The results may not arrive all at once, but they are coming. The important thing is to remain consistent. Continue showing up. Continue believing in your goals. Continue taking action. Because the universe is showing that your efforts are building towards something meaningful. Something worth waiting for. Something worth celebrating. Leo, there is also a lesson about comparison. The universe wants you to stop comparing your journey to other people's journeys. You do not know their full story, and they do not know yours. Some people appear successful while struggling privately. Some people appear confident while battling insecurity. Some people appear ahead while feeling completely lost. The only comparison that matters is this. Are you stronger than you were before? Are you wiser than you were before? Are you more confident than you were before? If the answer is yes, then you are succeeding. And Leo, the answer is yes. You have grown. You have evolved. You have become stronger. Never forget that. Now let's talk about your lucky number. Your lucky number today is 9. This is a powerful number associated with completion, wisdom, achievement, and transformation. The number 9 often appears when one chapter is ending and another is preparing to begin. It symbolizes lessons learned, growth achieved, and rewards approaching. For Leo, this number carries a particularly powerful message. It suggests that the struggles of the past are reaching completion. It suggests that the lessons have been learned. And it suggests that a new phase is approaching. A phase filled with greater opportunity, greater confidence, and greater success. When you see the number 9, allow it to remind you how far you've come. Allow it to remind you that endings often create beginnings. And allow it to remind you that your story is still unfolding. Leo, your lucky color is gold. And gold perfectly reflects the energy surrounding you now. Gold symbolizes confidence, leadership, prosperity, recognition, and inner strength. But perhaps the most important quality of gold is this. Gold does not lose its value simply because someone fails to recognize it. Its value remains, and so does yours. Your worth was never determined by the people who doubted you. Your worth was never determined by temporary setbacks. Your worth was never determined by delays. You were valuable then. You are valuable now. The difference is that more people are beginning to recognize it. And that recognition is creating new possibilities. Leo, as we come to the end of this reading, the universe wants to leave you with one final message. Do not be surprised if the next chapter of your life looks completely different from the last. Do not be surprised if opportunities begin appearing unexpectedly. Do not be surprised if people who underestimated you suddenly start paying attention. And do not be surprised if success begins arriving in ways you never imagined. Because your comeback is not a possibility. It is already in motion. The struggles strengthened you. The setbacks prepared you. The disappointments taught you. And now those lessons are becoming assets. If this message resonated with you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Zodiac Whisper, and turn on notifications so you never miss your daily guidance. And before you leave, comment below. My comeback is unstoppable. Type it with confidence. Believe it with certainty. And carry that energy with you today. Because Leo, the people who thought you would give up were wrong. And your greatest victory may be much closer than anyone realizes.